Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. Bringing them out onto the field, Michael Vick, the all-time leading rusher from the QB position, over 6,100 yards.
Yeah, he averaged 7 yards per carry. Another NFL record for him. How about the nicknames that people gave him? The human joystick, the human cheat code. I'm just telling you, watching him play, I pulled muscles in the booth watching him, thinking about trying to tackle him. He was that type of a player, hard to get on the ground.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He's got White here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. This is White on the screen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Murray with a 3rd and long.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on 1st down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A give to Lynch from the shotgun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. It's a play fake. Now Vick. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run with Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona, they're getting the ball back here, CD, but I want to talk about 2019 for them because I think really their season, if you had to give it one word, it might be meh. I mean, it's a...
I would disagree.
Well, to quote a former Cardinals coach, they were who we thought they were, right?
I thought they were better.
Did you?
Yeah, this is where you and I differ a little bit on it. I totally get it. When you look at the record at 5-10-1, yeah, there's not a lot there. I thought this team might win 3 games all year. So maybe I'm looking at it strictly with my perspective. But remember, they drafted Kyler Murray, and he was terrific. He might very well be the rookie of the year on the offensive side of the ball in the NFL. He did a nice job for them. On the defensive side, Chandler Jones is an all-pro, sacking quarterbacks and taking down running backs. I think there's something to build on with this team, even though they're in a really difficult division, because the Rams went to the Super Bowl last season, didn't make the playoffs this year. San Francisco and Seattle ran away with the division. But this Arizona team, more weapons around Kyler Murray. Let's see how it turns out in 2020. I thought they were a little bit better than expected.
And CD, maybe they found something in Kenyon Drake. They pick him up in, weeks 15 and 16, 137, 166 yards, 6 touchdowns between those 2 games. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Vick on the bootleg. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Michael Vick. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. McCaffrey on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12. Vick. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one. Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Murray going to throw, and that's complete. It's Allington. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Murray now. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter. Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. Touchdown, Arizona. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way. Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense. And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it? It certainly does. Touchdown. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Let's go deep. Tighten up. Let's go deep. Tighten up.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Phillips able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Dawson's kick is up and through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, it's Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep. It's a foot race. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Touchdown, Cardinals. DK Metcalf, 88 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check 26, check 26.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Murray to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 21-16. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Murray, he's used to moving fast in Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. He's back to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back to throw. 19 yards to pick up there. Haynes. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. This across midfield to the 49-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
After the turnover, here's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw it, Murray. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Murray, one final try. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deion Sanders. So this one, a victory for the Oakland.
Let's go.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is finally over. It's time to play ball.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Falcons! A 93-yard kickoff return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Murray now on first down. And a first hookup with his veteran tight end, Dallas Clark. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Tommy Bohannon. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Murray, and quickly to his tight end Clark. That's caught. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, he's loose again, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return, and the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part just got the punt return for a touchdown.
And I would imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from him.
Yeah.
Should have kicked away from him. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll run with a fullback, Bohannon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Throwing is Murray on third down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jordan Phillips with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Brian Anger now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Let's take it inside his own 40. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And an alley to run. Michael Vick, he's going to go. Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Vick, 31 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Too Tall Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a run with a fullback. Tommy will handle. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And Charles, as the Falcons come back out here on offense, you got to help me process their 2019 season. One thing for sure, fair to say that they were a second-half team, as in second half of the season, because this club started 1-7, 6-game losing streak, weeks 3 through 8. The talk about Dan Quinn maybe being let go, and maybe it was a team that needed to bottom out and get a high draft pick. But then a funny thing happened. They started to win.
Yeah, maybe I should get a cardigan, get a pipe, sit down and listen to you talk your way through this team, because it's a lot to process, isn't it? But one thing about Dan Quinn as their head coach, relentlessly positive. Never let go of that. The team stayed with him. Many people thought maybe he might have lost.
Michael Vick, he's going to go! Touchdown, Falcons! Michael Vick with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Clark, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Murray. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his big tight end, Dallas Clark. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on second down. Murray, quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Here's Michael Vick. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there and a first down. Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. Deion Sanders the one to bring him down. Not much happening there on first down. I thought there might have been a hole for a split second. Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast. On 2nd and 7. Murray, he's got it complete to Clark. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run with their fullback. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a 1st down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a 2nd chance at it to try and pick up the 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And that's complete to LaFell. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Dawson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And there he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man. And now
under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, that's not a good decision. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. On third down, Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Vic readies to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working.
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case. Yes, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 3rd down, Vick. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
First carry for the fullback, James Devlin. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Wentz. Throwing deep for Galladay. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Charles Tillman. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. McCaffrey following the penalty. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
55,
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. It's a play fake. Now Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the 1st, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, oh, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 52 yards. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Vick to throw it. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That throw by Vick, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A second down completion got them 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They will run with Singletary. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big...
It's caught inside the 25. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0. Our score as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's taken at the 25. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Michael Vick. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure? About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect. And some...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The carry now for Lynch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Check. Lucky. 55. Let's go, D. Let's go. He's coming.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them putting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's complete, Stills. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now the 2nd down throw on target, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wentz now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack. Wentz, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a 1-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big time.
In a 1 days, 2 scores. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Lynch pushing, but he is not going to get there. They stop him short. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. To throw is Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Robert Alford. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
So here's Vic following the interception, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From a yard out, and the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And Vic's throw there, incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus. Focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Phillips busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vic letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Vic now. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hit.